How's it going, YouTube? It's Golly and welcome to my Black Ops 2 Create a Class video. In this video I'm going to be going over some of the classes that I think are going to be good on Black Ops 2 from day one, and show you some of the classes that I'm probably going to be rolling with and trying day one. So yeah, I basically found this website that lets you create your own Black Ops 2 classes. It has all the perks, all the attachments, all the weapons and kill streaks on there, and it's a pretty cool site. I'll put the link in the description for those of you who want to check that out after the video. So, for those of you that don't know what Black Ops 2 Create a Class is and how it works is, as you can see in the top left hand corner of your screen, it says 0 of 10, and what that means is I have 0 out of 10 allocation points left over to use because I've already used them all on the class. So how allocation points work is, as you can see, there are tons of boxes on your screen. Every time you fill up one of those boxes, excluding the score streaks at the bottom, it uses one of your allocation points. So if you select a gun, that's an allocation point. If you select a perk, that's an allocation point, and an attachment, that's the same thing. And then the wild cards also fall into that category. But score streaks, you're always allowed to select 3, and they don't take away your allocation points, so they're just there to be there. But another thing that some of you might get confused about, like, golly, what the hell, you have no secondary weapon, how are you going to do that? Well, you could go with no primary weapon if you wanted. So honestly, in Black Ops 2, you don't have to have every box filled out. That's the beauty of it. These classes are like 100% customizable, and I think they just took Create a Class to a whole nother level with this game. So let's get right into this first class I have here. This is the Scar H class that I plan on trying out. Now the Scar H, I chose that out of all the other assault rifles because I've been a fan of the Scar H since MW2. It was in MW3 renamed the Scar L, and I've always liked the iron sight for the gun. It's a really nice gun, and if it's still really good in Black Ops 2, I'm probably going to be rolling with that for a while. So the two attachments I chose for it are Fast Mag and Select Fire. Now Fast Mag is actually sleight of hand, but since Black Ops 2 redid the perk system and stuff, perks affect your player and attachments affect your gun. So sleight of hand was a perk that affected your gun, and they moved it to the attachments and made a Fast Mag. So that's why I'm using Fast Mag. That's basically sleight of hand. And then Select Fire. So Select Fire basically lets you alter how your gun fires. So if you want to make it fully auto, you can. If you want to make it semi-automatic, which is like you pull the trigger once and it fires 1 bullet, you can. And then you can change it to 3-round burst too. Now I'm pretty sure all you gotta do is hit the up or down on your D-pad or something to change the fire mode. So I'm pretty curious to see how that attachment works. I think it's going to be good because if I see an enemy at a long distance, I can just switch to 3-round burst mode really quick and take them out and save some ammo. So I think that'll work out really well. Now, as you can see my perks, I got Hardline on. Now the reason I got Hardline on is because when I'm using this class, I'm looking to tear some shit up and I'm looking to go on a massive score streak. So I obviously gotta have Hardline on there if I want to get my score streak sooner. And then the other perk I have on is Flak Jacket. Now, if you've played enough COD, you know you get blown up by some random stuff all the time too. And Flak Jacket will protect you against that, and maybe save you a controller or two from throwing it at your window. I don't know. But Flak Jacket is definitely the perk for me because random explosives kind of get to my nerves after a while. As you can see, I have 2 perks in perk slot number 1. And some of you might be like, golly, you hacker, how are you doing that? No, well, it's not really a hack. It's actually meant to be like that in the game. As you can see in the bottom left hand corner, I have perk 1, Greed. Now what that is, it's a wild card, and you unlock more wild cards as you prestige in Black Ops 2, and these wild cards allow you to bend what you're allowed to do with Create a Class. So perk 1, Greed, that allows you to have 2 perk 1s, and then perk 2, Greed, would allow you to have 2 perk 2s. And then there's another one like Danger Close, which allows you to have 2 primary grenades, or 2 primary whatchamacallit, like lethal equipment. That's what I'm looking for. So I could have 2 grenades if I wanted to. So wild cards are pretty cool. I'm glad they added them in there. It really just allows you to customize the class that much more, which is pretty cool. So that's how I have 2 perks in perk number 1. Now moving on to perk number 2. I have Toughness, and what Toughness is, that's basically like Harden from the original Black Ops, where if you're shooting at somebody and they're shooting at you, whenever you're shooting, you realize how like your gun kind of bobs up a bit whenever you're getting shot. Well, toughness will straighten that out, and you won't have as much sway and bob on the gun if you're getting shot at. So that'll help you win a lot of gunfights. It helped me win a lot of gunfights in Black Ops. So that's the main goal of this class, to win gunfights. So I think that perk will help me out a lot. The next one is Dexterity. Now what Dexterity does, it lets you climb ladders and mantle over obstacles faster, and you recover faster after sprinting and recover faster after melee strikes. So I'm thinking this is going to be a good perk, because whenever I'm sprinting, I can get my gun up that much faster to win a gunfight. Because if you're sprinting at somebody and you pull your gun up faster, you're more than likely going to win that gunfight before them, just because you have your gun up faster and you're already shooting bullets before them. So Dexterity is going to be a really good perk. I'm definitely choosing that on this class to win more gunfights. So the next thing I have on this class is the Grenade. I like rolling with the normal frag grenade because it lets you be more precise about where it's going to blow up. So frag grenades are always one of my top picks. And then the Shock Charge. Now the Shock Charge is something new. Kind of like stuns your enemy for a bit, and it doesn't let them move. Well, it lets them move to a certain extent, but for the most part it basically freezes them while they're standing still. So I can see this being really awesome. Like, I would just throw one of them, sneak up behind somebody, teabag for a second, then knife them. I can see some crazy shit like that going down and being pretty funny. So we're moving on to my score streaks right now. I'm rolling with the UAV first, because the UAV in this game will build up your score streak even more. So I can see a lot of people using UAV day one for Black Ops and continuously, because UAV is going to be really good in Black Ops 2. Then the Hellstorm missile is basically like the Predator missile, and then the K9 unit, which is the dog unit, I guess, from Black Ops 1. So that is going to be my heavy hitter kill streak, and then the UAV and my Hellstorm missile is what's going to help me get to my K9 unit. So that is my kill streak setup for that class, and I think that that class will work out pretty well. And as you can see, I don't have a secondary weapon. I don't feel like I really need a secondary weapon when you have that good of a primary weapon to roll with. So the next custom class I am probably going to be trying out day one is the Scorpion Evo 3. Now, I don't know what level you unlock this gun at, but in my opinion it looked like it was the coolest out of the 5 SMGs for Black Ops 2. So I just chose this one. I really don't know how it stacks up against the other ones, but I know that this is probably going to be a pretty good one. So the first thing I have on this gun is the millimeter. So what the millimeter scanner is, you basically aim in your sight, you press a button, and then it scans the area that you're looking at. Now, if you're looking at a wall and there's somebody behind the wall, it'll show them like a blurred outline of their body through the wall. So it's a really good rushing tool. So say you're going around a corner and you want to scan that corner first, you can do that with this attachment, and I think it'll be pretty cool to use and really good for rushers. The next thing is extended clip, because this class is basically a rushing class, right? Since it's an SMG, I'm going balls to the wall with this thing. So I'm going to use extended clip, because if you've rushed, you know what I'm talking about here when I'm saying that you sometimes get into gunfights where there are 2 people or 3 people and you barely have enough ammo, and you sometimes run out of ammo right before you get to kill that last guy. And extended clip will hopefully stop that from happening to me too much, and let me get that last 3rd or 2nd kill with the rush. And then the next one is the laser sight, which is basically steady aim from the previous Call of Duties changed into an attachment. Now laser sight, it basically shows a laser off your gun. I think I'm not sure if the enemy can see it or not, but it'll definitely increase your hip fire accuracy, which is really important with a rusher gun, because you're not always gonna have time to aim in your sight and kill somebody. You're not gonna have that luxury all the time. So, and then the first perk I have on this gun is Ghost. Now, I know a lot of people might be bitching right now. Oh, Ghost, you noob. Why are you using Ghost? Well, Ghost in Black Ops 2 isn't gonna be that noobish. I mean, it's not gonna be as noobish as it was, because in Black Ops 2, Ghost will not work for you unless you are actually moving. So if you're standing in a corner, not moving, you're going to show up on the UAV. So for this class, if you're going to be running around all the time, Ghost is probably going to be the best bet to go with, so you'll stay off that UAV. And then Hardwired, I chose that perk because the millimeter scanner runs off electricity, right? So Hardwired makes me immune to counter UAVs and EMPs. So say the enemy called in an EMP and I was trying to use my millimeter scanner, I wouldn't be able to. So this will protect my millimeter scanner and it'll keep my UAV up even if the enemy gets a counter UAV. The next perk I got is Engineer. Since you're going to be rushing a lot, you're going to be running into a lot of claymores and bouncing betties and stuff like that. And Engineer will allow you to spot that out. It's basically like Sitrep or Hacker from the previous CODs. And it'll allow you to see where enemy equipment is so you don't run into it and die. So I think that's going to be really, really important for a rusher to have. I would put Extreme Conditioning there, but Extreme Conditioning, in my opinion, isn't worth it as a perk because you're not necessarily using it 24/7. So if you're not sprinting, it's like you don't even have that perk. So I'd rather have a perk that is with you 24/7 regardless if you're moving or shooting or something. So the next thing I got on this class is the Executioner. It's a sidearm pistol and it's basically like I would imagine it looks like the strength of the Revolver or Desert Eagle from the previous CODs, like one of those two-shot pistols. So say you run out of ammo with the Scorpion, you can just whip that thing out really quick and finish the enemy off. And I think that'll come in tons of handy with rushing. So the next thing I got is the Combat Axe. Now I chose the Combat Axe because I love throwing knives. Hitting people with throwing knives in the face is hilarious, and I couldn't go without having that. So I definitely put that in here. It's going to be a great addition to the class to have just in case like you're rushing around a corner. Bam! Hit somebody in the face with a throwing knife, just like that. They're dead. The next thing I got on this class is Primary Gunfighter. It's a wild card. That's how I actually have 3 attachments on the Scorpion. You're normally only allowed to have 2, but like I said, wild cards let you bend what you're allowed to do with the classes. So wild card, Primary Gunfighter lets you have 3 attachments on your primary gun. And then the 3 kill streaks that I got on this class is UAV, Hunter Killer, and Care Package. Now they're all really low kill streaks because when I'm running around with this class, I'm not trying to stay alive. I'm trying to rush the enemy and kill them and not really worry about if I'm dying or not. So I'm using the UAV because it's the lowest kill streak, Hunter Killer, that's another low kill streak, and then the Care Package, which is a low kill streak but also gives me the benefit of possibly getting a higher kill streak randomly. Alright, so this next class I'm showing you I know isn't going to fly well with a lot of people, but I feel like I wanted to show you this, just as kind of a prediction of what the noob class is going to be in Black Ops 2. Alright, so we all know that if you're playing like a little camping bitch in a corner, you should just get off Call of Duty, throw your Xbox out the window, and move on with life. Like, nobody likes people that plays like that. And in Black Ops 2, they said that they were going to try to get rid of that type of player. But they didn't. I mean, I'm sure they did put in things to stop this from happening, but as you can see with this class right now, we got a Type 25 assault rifle with a suppressor, a Starella basically, a Claymore, a freaking sensor grenade, and then they got Ghost, Blind Eye, Cold-Blooded, and Awareness. So basically, they separated the stealth perks in this game, so they're not completely overpowered, but as you can see, you can still have every single one of the stealth perks on your class at the same time. Now I chose Awareness as the 3rd perk to go along with that, just because I know a lot of people sound whore too, and Awareness helps you sound whore better. So I know that the people that are using this Ghost, Blind Eye, Silencer combo, they're also going to be taking advantage of Awareness too. And then they're going to be using the Sensor Grenade and Claymore, so if you're trying to sneak up on them while they're camping, their Claymore will take you out. And then they got the RCXD rolling, is their lowest kill streak, UAV, and then the Hunter Killer. See, they're not expecting to get a lot of kills, so they're running the low kill streaks to piss you off. So this is right here, this is definitely going to be the noob class of Black Ops 2. Mark my words right now, if you're watching this video after Black Ops 2 came out, you're probably going to be like, wow, damn, this guy was point on with this. So that's my prediction. Now the next class I have for you that I created was the Ballista class. Now, one thing I noticed about creating this sniper class was, in the MW3 creator class, it was kind of obvious what perks you were picking for the sniper. Like, there was Sleight of Hand, Quick Draw, and Marksman. It's like those perks were made for a sniper. Well, when you're picking perks for this Ballista or any other sniper in Black Ops 2, one thing you'll notice is the perks really don't match up to a sniper. It's like I was saying before, they made it so basically the perks have nothing to do with the gun anymore. They only affect your player. So that's why the perks don't really look like they're too sniper oriented, but in reality they're not supposed to be. So that's how that works. So as you can see, I'm using the ballista, and the ballista, from the gameplay that I saw, it's going to be a pretty nice bolt action, and I'm going to be rolling with that for a while. I'm going to try fast mag on it, which is sleight of hand, and then long barrel, because long barrel helps you hold your breath longer. And I don't know about you, but I like hard scoping from time to time. I mean, that's what a sniper is made for. So if it's made to do something, that's what I'm going to use it for. I'm not always going to be quick scoping like face fakey. I do like the hard scope occasionally too. So long barrel helps whenever you're holding your breath in for that 10 seconds. That's what long barrel helps you do. So then flak jacket, so I don't get blown up by random nades. Fast hand, which lets me use my equipment faster. And then awareness, which helps me hear people sneaking up on me faster. Then as my secondary, I got 5.7. I could have chosen another pistol, but I like the 5.7 and MW3. It had a lot of ammo, and I'm hoping it's really good in this COD too. And then I'm going to be using the reflex sight on it, just because a pistol with a red dot was always something that I wanted to try on Xbox, but now it's finally going to be there. And then I'm going to be using C4. I like C4 on this class because C4 lets you like randomly throw an explosive over a wall and have the hope of getting a kill. If you're trying to make montages or something, C4s are always good for that. Then I'm going to be using the concussion grenade. And then my kill streaks, UAV, lightning strike, and sentry gun to hold down a position. Because with a sniper, I like to play more defensively, as you can probably tell by now, and not rush around as much, because if you're rushing with a sniper, yeah, you're gonna do good some of the time, but not to the point where you're happy with doing that consistently. At least that's how it is for me anyways. So that's my classes for Black Ops 2. If you create a class on the website, be sure to post it in the comment section below. I'm kind of curious to see what other people are thinking is going to be a good creative class for day one, so let me know about that in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, remember to rate it and subscribe to my channel for more Black Ops 2, and until later, peace!